Pi Testnet RPC server, a big step towards smart contracts. Let's go straight to the main point. Today, there is very important news that could change the future of Pi network. If you are a pioneer or someone who follows cryptocurrency, this is something you should pay close attention to, because it shows where Pi is heading in the coming years. Pi Network has announced that Pi Testnet now has an RPC server. This may sound technical or complicated to some people, but in reality, it is a very big step toward a new level of technology, smart contracts, and the development of a Web3 ecosystem. To understand this better, let's first explain what an RPC server is. RPC means Remote Procedure Call. It is a method that allows applications or developers to communicate with the blockchain easily and quickly. In simple terms, it is like a bridge between developers and the blockchain. When someone builds an app, they need a way to read data from the blockchain and send transactions. Without tools like RPC, this would be very difficult. That's why an RPC server is very important for building any blockchain ecosystem. Now that Pi Network has added an RPC server to its testnet, it means developers can start interacting directly with the Pi blockchain. They can read data, send transactions, test features, and even begin experimenting with smart contracts. This is the foundation of Web3. No ecosystem can grow without making it easy for developers to build on it. If we look at big projects like Ethereum or Solana, their success is not just because of their coins, but because of smart contracts. Smart contracts are programs that run automatically on the blockchain. When certain conditions are met, actions happen automatically without needing a middleman. This is what made decentralized applications, DeFi, NFTs, and many other innovations possible. So when Pi starts building infrastructure for smart contracts, it is a major transformation. We are no longer just mining Pi on our phones, we are moving toward using Pi in real life, in business, and in advanced technology. But there is something else very important. This update does not just mean new features are coming. It means Pi is getting closer to opening its ecosystem more widely. The message says that smart contracts will be tested, improved, and then deployed. This shows that Pi Network is taking a careful and structured approach. In the history of crypto, many projects failed because they rushed. Some people lost money due to bugs and weak security. But Pi Network is taking a different path, testing everything on testnet before releasing it on mainnet. This shows long-term thinking and a focus on building a strong and reliable system. Now let's look at what this means for developers. For any developer, an RPC server is like a key. It allows them to build applications on the blockchain. Without it, development is very limited. Now that Pi has this, developers can start building many things: decentralized applications, smart contract systems, financial tools, marketplaces. This will help the Pi ecosystem grow and become more useful. But what about regular users, the everyday pioneer mining Pi on their phone? What does this mean for them? First, Pi will gain more utility. With smart contracts, Pi can be used in many ways. It will not just be a coin to hold, but something used for payments, apps, and business. Second, new opportunities will appear. As the ecosystem grows, there will be new jobs, new businesses, and new ways to earn money. Some people will build apps, others will offer services, and others will trade using Pi. Third, early users will have an advantage. In technology, those who learn early benefit the most. That's why it's important to follow these updates and understand what is happening. However, we also need to look at the challenges. Building a smart contract ecosystem is not easy. It requires strong security, stable infrastructure, proper testing, and skilled developers. That is why everything is being done on testnet first. Testnet is a testing environment where no real money is used. It allows developers to test and fix problems safely before going live. This shows that Pi is building something serious, but in a careful way. They are not rushing, they want to do it right. There is also a bigger picture. The world is changing fast, especially with AI and modern technology. These systems need new ways to share data and work together. When you combine smart contracts with decentralized systems, you create new ways to do business and innovation. Pi Network has the potential to be part of this transformation. But it depends on how well this system is built. In conclusion, this RPC server update is not small news. It is a major step toward the future of Pi Network as a real Web3 platform. It opens the door for developers, introduces smart contracts, and brings new services that could change how people use Pi. The main message is simple: Pi is no longer just an experiment. It is becoming a real platform that can be used in everyday life. If you are a pioneer, this is the time to pay attention, learn, and prepare. Because when the ecosystem fully opens, those who are ready will benefit the most. The future of Pi Network will not be built by a few people. It will be built by the community. And if you are part of that community, you have the chance to be part of that future. Thank you.